So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna turn this to this. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about Cobra front brakes. Now, Cobra front brakes are one of the greatest upgrades to both the Fox and SN95 Mustang platform because, well, number one, they're a quick bolt-on. Number two, they're readily affordable. Now, what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna show you how to take parts like the caliper bodies, the caliper brackets, brake pads, and all the hardware, and how do you put them all together to get them ready to bolt to the spindle. So let's get over to the workbench and take a look. Okay, so what we have here is pretty much the entire front brake system, aside from the spindle, which won't be removed from the car. You have calipers, pads, caliper brackets, retaining pin, E-clip, washer, and retaining clips for the brake pads. Now, one thing that you absolutely need to know is that when the brake caliper is mounted on the vehicle, the bleeder screw must be facing up. Okay, and if it's not facing up, it's just not gonna work. You're never gonna be able to bleed the air out of your brakes. So knowing that, you should be able to figure out which caliper bracket goes to which side because they are side specific. So if the caliper bleed screw is towards the right, then the rectangular notch in the brake caliper bracket is gonna be on that same side. Okay, just like that. It's super important you get that right. And once you know that, pretty much everything else goes in that way. These brake pads rather, have that type of hexagonal shape or some kind of a angular shaped on one side. On the other side, it has just kind of a flat spot and a smaller hole. Now that flat spot and smaller hole is actually gonna ride on this side of your caliper bracket. You also have to note that all of the caliper brake pads are side specific. Some are inboard, some are outboard, some are right and some are left. The inboard brackets will all have this wear indicator. This is that thing that once it makes contact with your brake rotor will start to make noise. But all brake pads are gonna have these kind of anti-rattle clips put on the one side. They're actually gonna clip right on here, and we're gonna pop them on all four, and that's the very first thing we have to do. Okay, so what I did here was I separated just the passenger side parts, and they are considered the right-hand side, and what Ford did, or PBR, or whoever cast these, actually put an R and an L on these caliper bodies, which kind of helps out. But like I said, once you know which one goes into which caliper bracket, well, you can kind of follow suit with the brake pads. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're going to put one of these anti-rattle clips on each one of the brake pads, and they go to the rear, which is opposite of where the brake bleeder screw goes, so they can pop into the caliper bracket. There you go. Okay, so both brake pads now have the retaining clip on one side, and you can see, like I said, the inboard pad does have that little wear indicator that will make noise once it contacts the rotors if the brake pads get low. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to put a little lubricant on any parts where there's contact with metal. And I choose to use this. This is Permatex synthetic brake parts lubricant. The brake pads did come with some organic grease, but I like this better. And we're gonna put a little bit on these contact areas right here on the caliper brackets. We're gonna put a little bit on the inside here where the brake pad is gonna rest, and a little on each of the pistons before we pop them in. Now, these brake pads do have some type of a vibration dampening, anti-squeal kind of thing, so you don't have to put that type of grease on it, but it's always a good idea to put a little bit on there. Okay, so now we are all ready to put the brake pads into the caliper. So we're gonna pop that in first, and you can see these clips are kind of like feet, and they will actually pop right into the pistons. Two pistons, two sets of feet. Once you know it's in there, pop it in. And our inboard pad is all ready to go. And now let's do the same for the outboard pad. And there you go. Boy, I'm so glad I went with powder coat on these. These things look absolutely amazing, and they're gonna look great on the car. Okay, so as you can see, our brake pads are all ready to go, and they are ready to bolt into or clip into the caliper bracket. So these are ready to go in, and unlike other calipers that kind of bolt to the brackets with bolts, as the name implies, these use clips, and this is actually this pin with a clip. Okay, so your best bet for putting these in is to actually put the front in first, and then the clips will pop in the back. And once everything's together and the brake pads are in, you're gonna see there's a little hole right there. And that's a perfect hole for this pin to go in. So once you pop it in, you just push through the pin, or push the pin through rather, and then you put on your washer and very carefully put on your E-clip. And once that's on, it is clipped in. Keep in mind this is actually a floating caliper, so you don't want to move it too much. It is ready now to go onto the brake rotor, onto the spindle. And the one last thing we're going to do with this is we're going to take out the Banjo bolt. We're going to use this Banjo bolt again, but one thing you don't want to use are your Banjo bolt copper washers. These are used. They're actually 10 millimeter on the Cobra / Bullitt / Mach 1. I'm going to put 2 brand new ones on here, and I'm just going to thread it in just a little bit so that when we bolt it on the car, it'll be all set. And these are ready to go, and I have to tell you, they look awesome. I got a couple of fingerprints on them, but between the brand new hardware, the powder coated finish, the powder coated brackets, the new pads, everything looks absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So let's quickly do now the driver's side. I'm going to bring that up. Maybe I'll throw a time lapse here. So the calipers are assembled and ready to bolt onto the car, and I have to tell you, I'm super excited. I think the color is going to really pop through those NVX wheels, those SVE NVX wheels. Plus, I think the increased stopping ability, it's just going to make this a no-brainer. I mean, the Cobra brake upgrade, Cobra / Mach 1 / Bullitt brake upgrade for the SN95, New Edge, and even a Fox body with converted with the SN spindles is really a very cost-effective brake upgrade. Now, with all the crazy brake setups that they have on modern cars, this might look a little bit dated, but still a 13-inch front brake rotor setup. It's a real solid brake upgrade at a pretty reasonable cost. So the next step is going to be for these to be bolted on the car, and I will have that in an upcoming video. But for now, I'm going to put these back on the shelves and cover them so they don't get dirty. Can't believe I'm saying that about brake calipers, but aren't these just too pretty to cover up? And if you like this video, make sure that you like this video and consider subscribing to get all the latest content here on the channel, because there's going to be more tech coming very, very soon. I got to get these on the car. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.